Welcome back to some professional StarCraft 2 from the Shopify ESL Pro Tour Open Cup from the great region of North America. A playoffs match in the bottom left, the reason you're probably here. The Zerg player, the emotional roller coaster of the swarm. Sometimes she looks like the best in the world, and sometimes she looks like barely a challenge, to be honest. Which time is it going to be? Which one is it going to be this time? There. We managed to get those words together. Anyways, on Shopify's very own Team Rebellion, the Canadian Zerg, Scarlett. And, of course, also a great, essentially the drunken Grandmaster of North America, achieving... Jimmy, slow down! Oh my god, he's not that fast. Alright. Where were we? Achieving rank 1 GM whenever he particularly feels like it. One of the most entertaining cooking streamers in StarCraft. And a former world champion. It is the big boy. Parting! Last time these two faced, a couple Open Cups ago, I was barely able to run ads on the YouTube video. So like and subscribe, especially to help out if we don't make it that far. I hope this series will make it into double digits of minutes, but, I mean, at least both players have expanded thus far. We will see. Scarlett, not a huge fan of playing against the later game Sky Toss style. I don't think there are any Zergs who are like, you know what I really love is playing late game against Protoss. And if there are any Zergs like that, we'll have to check them, see if they're not Protoss hallucinations or something. I don't know. Like, Cyril just comes up like, you know what? I hope that we get more maps where Protoss can take 4 bases and then just build 60 cannons. That's what I'd like. Okay, Cyril. Move along. You're getting too old for this. Nice slow game for me. There's Zerglings in the base. Parting also not a particularly late game oriented player. Parting likes to get up in there, give them the business, and then move on to the next match. And it looks like, once again, Parting gonna get up in there, give them the business. Robotics facility. Now, you may have noticed his decal from the illustrious and revered Deek Boy clan. That is the Soul Train right there. In Heart of the Swarm, Wings of Liberty, Parting well known for his immaculate force fields, his immortal sentry push that just seemed to be essentially unbeatable. Other Protoss tried it without nearly as much success. And when asked, Parting, why does your immortal sentry build do so well? Like, what is it that you do differently? And it's not going to be that, but we're telling a story now. What is it that you do differently? And he said, I pour so much soul into my builds. I'm not sure if that was a pun. Probably not. But anyways, the Soul Train was born. And to this day, Parting, well known for his passionate builds, his intense micro, sometimes to a fault. And I think this game is no exception. We have what looks to be either a Disruptor or Colossus drop to start against Scarlett, who's on 3 bases pretty comfortably. She's got additional queens. There's Gravitic Drive, and next up is a Ruptor. Okay, so that's how we're gonna do things here, I guess. Scarlett, on the other hand, how much does she know? Nothing. I mean, you can kind of hedge your bets. Queens are a reasonable defense against most things. And you know what queens aren't a great defense against? Double Ruptor. 2 shots, easily obliterate those queens. That A lot of the reason queens are so strong, especially against Stargate and other just, like, mild early harass, is that nothing really damages them very well. Like, they can easily go toe-to-toe or toe-to-fin with air units. They have many toes. They walk, much to their dismay. But 2 disruptors with 2 purification novas just punching through the armor and HP. Yeah, this is... Scarlett is about to run headlong directly in... It's a Ravager Queen all-in. But Parting may have the perfect response. Where the disruptors were spotted. Scarlett in full retreat. She's like, oh, what? Really? The expectation from Parting... I didn't realize this was going to be a defensive disruptor play. That is one way to do it. That is one way to shut down the early Ravager all-in. Is with that well, any amount of disruptors are incredibly dangerous. The Speedulas firing the shots. Oh my god, the Queen trying to dodge out but doesn't make it. Curves it back around. The Purification Novas also enjoy the speed increase from the speed zones. Wow. But of course, one Queen sacrifices herself. Scarlett still has a lot going on here. Force fields, but there's a wrap around the back. The disruptors can only fire once every 20 seconds or so. They're just now off cooldown, looking for Ravagers. Only finds one. Colossus, where's the Warp Prism? Down for the count. Scarlett surrounds Parting. He had the defense, but he doesn't have the attack. Scarlett easily wraps around it. Scarlett backed off as soon as she saw the disruptors. Kind of a silly move from Parting, ambitious to move out with that army composition. And easily surrounded and slaughtered. Just using the prism? Or just defending? Sure, okay. But Scarlett already built all those units. It feels like quite a reversal there. Scarlett was about to attack into a very well-entrenched defensive army with a lot of units. So Parting just moves out and gives them the fight that they wanted. Unfortunately or fortunately for Scarlett, a classic Parting move where instead of just sitting back and expanding, like, we gotta give it a shot, right? So that is one of the most common ways we see Parting end up. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Well, we're gonna change the paradigm a bit here. Well, that's a forge. Scarlett didn't actually expand. She takes the head. Parting's selling it. But is Scarlett gonna buy what Parting is selling? I don't think so. But will it matter? Oh, against the wall! You shall not pass! Never trust a pro. Parting sets up the triple pylon block on the high ground. The rocks on the low ground are there, so you can't do that on the low ground and make it ridiculously difficult. Oh, and just completely walls in a cannon. Parting, making this difficult. Now that there's a limited amount of space to put the pylons. Okay, well, not that limited though. The drone's another cannon. That first cannon, Scarlett seems to have a measured response to this. Is it measured well enough? Oh no. Oh, the probe even making things difficult. Does that depower the cannon? Oh no. Well, Jimmy, how long? You need 8 minutes for mid-roll ads? Okay, talk about that. So, Parting with a strong execution. Scarlett looked like she had the response right up until everybody seems like they have a build order up until the cannon finishes. It really did look, by the lack of panic from Scarlett, that she knew what she was doing. Well, I get it, though. If you do shut it down, you're in a good place. You don't want to send all your drones, because if you send all the drones, even if you do deal with it, you're in kind of a rough spot economically. But at the same time, if you don't send all the drones, and the cannon finishes... Game 3. That was the beginning of the game. Where you're going. This isn't a cannon rush, I'm reasonably sure, but this is a just no hatchery for you. You don't get to expand. The only time you get to expand your natural is when I want to cannon rush it. That's what Protoss have agreed upon. Disgusting. Like, otherwise, no expanding. That is where we are now in the meta. Scarlett, gonna try to circumvent all of it. Just pull first. You either take your third or my natural. That's it, my Zerg friends. And oh, the juke! Ow! Oh, I cut myself with my own nail. That's how edgy I am. Ow! Okay, this is a dangerous. It's a dangerous job we have here. So, like and subscribe for workers' comp. The drone comes up, or the probe comes up, rather. Steals some minerals and sees both gas, but not much of it. As well as the pool finishing. The gas was a little later. It's not like a big Zergling speed rush. It's more an addition later on. What's it gonna be? Alright. Harding going with the 3-building wall down here, not taking any chances. This wall off is a little odd. Jimmy! We got... Do we have something for this, Jimmy? Yes, of course. So there are different ways to wall. Here on 2,000 atmospheres. Especially since it's a slightly smaller wall off area. But that sometimes makes it worse. And of course, you have to think, like, do you want a pylon in the wall? Like, if there's a Bane, well, not a Bane bust usually, but like a Ravager all in. The Stargate is built, but he knew the Zergling was going to scout it, but he did need to build it. I was wondering if there was going to be an immediate cancel into, like, a Twilight, but it's more like the Zergling wasn't supposed to get in kind of situation. Let's see. Okay. Zergling speed. Stargate. Like, we got the makings of... Okay. A macro game. Though, Scarlett has already shown a proclivity for the Queen Pulse. So... Upon seeing the Stargate and then confirming with the Void Ray, I don't think we'll see a lack of Queen production here. The Knitting Crew bolstering their numbers and preparing for the impending assault. As most Zerg players will at least make an attempt to pressure a free third. Oh, what? No, that's illegal. Somebody tell him that's illegal. You're going to go Tempest? Because you can't afford carriers on 2 base. Is this a mother? It's not a mothership rush. There's a fleet beacon. That's what I'm saying. I think Tempest is another one of the variety of things that can actually kill queens. Carrier's not so good because the queens have base armor and all that survivability. I think this is Tempest. Big boy with the big strats. I don't know if, the thing is... Oh my. So this is like another subverting expectations meta play. The problem is, the thing about Tempest, you can kind of just kill them. They don't do that much DPS. They're not that great against anything but, like, except in the ultra late game. Their value here is like, aha, Tempest! As opposed to being a critical part of a, I would say, legitimate army composition. Oh, is there a warpin? There are warpins. Oh my god. Are you gonna show the Tempest parting? Is he just gonna rally Tempest out? Just a classic these are free-range Tempests, okay? Nothing outside of the creep can stop them. Now there's Void Rays being produced. Parting just building all the other units here. Well, Void Rays aren't really a weird play. Everybody builds Void Rays. The Tempests are just... Okay, well... Wild Tempests have appeared. They do one-shot drones, though. Brenda! What is that thing? You remember the stories. Did they used to have more HP? Yes, they did. But they are much cheaper now, as well. It's still one of the more expensive. The Void Ray just kind of flies through the knitting crew. Okay, so Tempest-based harass, the longest range unit in the Protoss arsenal. You could argue that carrier leash range is technically higher, but it's not very reliable. Oh, that Tempest getting a little ahead of itself. Finally! Revenge! Oh my god, it moves so fast. 4 kills. Though, the Tempest badly bruised. I think it will scout the Spire. Yeah. Oh! Oh my god, if only they had one more range. If only there was at some point one more range. There are 8 Corruptors on the way. The thing is, have the Void Rays been revealed? It's unclear. I think that at least some Zerglings saw them. Because Void Rays shut down Corruptors. So this might be parting with a next level meta play. By building the Void Rays, now the Corruptors have been preemptively countered. Parting playing 4D chess right now. Though the downside is Scarlett has 4 base. Well, I don't know. Like, this is weird. Because neither of them is able to do critical damage to the other, I feel. Like, the Queens are enough to help shut down the Void Rays, even though they do burn through Corruptors pretty quick. Oh my god, especially when you have an entire, just, legion of Queens. 13 Queens. And here they are. Okay, Queen Corruptor versus Tempest Void Ray. In this week's WWE SmackDown. Pick your tag team. Who's it gonna be? It looks like Parting gonna try to bring in some charge lots. The Queen's March. Slowly, but with great anger and vengeance. The heart of the swarm, the caustic spray onto the Nexus. The Void Ray's out of position. Gonna start burning through. Shield battery overcharge, patting itself on the back there. Scarlett. Guys, 3x3 by the rocks. Let the roaches through. Oh, the feedbacks. What a play. We march. Well, the Queens are here. The Void Rays and the Tempest gonna struggle against them. Just the mass of Zerg is so much. The corrosive Bliles. Feedbacks across the board, but they can still attack even if they need to drink a Red Bull for that energy. And Parting is just bullied off of his 3rd. That is the downside of not really having units that can attack realistically against Queens. The Queens have eliminated the 3rd. I'm giving them credit for this one. So Parting, honestly, a little like Game 1. He built a lot of units that were technically good, but practically hard to make useful. Tempest, sure, okay, but the downside is when they come knocking, you don't really have the DPS to deal with the army. Like, a few feedbacks, sure. A couple charge lots, whatever. The Tempest desperately trying to get anything done. The prismatic alignment! Oh, the Biles land, and Scarlett gonna get the better of this one. Scarlett with the delayed... It wasn't so much a queen push as a queen campaign. They marched in great numbers across the map with nearly maximum supply and have eliminated the Protoss. Harding, I'm not sure what the fallback strat is here. I don't know if half a dozen charge lots are going to make the difference. GG. Scarlett with 2-1. Definitely a different series. Like, neither player wanting to play the meta. I guess Game 1 was a little bit like that, but that's exactly what we expected from these two, right? Like, some creative and dramatic plays, but honestly ending kind of one-sided either way. Each game pretty handily won by whoever came out on top. No. If you enjoyed such creativity, like, subscribe. Thank you to Shopify and the ESL Pro Tour, as always, for putting these on and sponsoring Scarlett. Thank you for watching. Good luck, have fun. Stay chill.